Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment. Here to recap the first game of the 2019 NFL season featuring the Green Bay Packers versus the Chicago Bears. I'm looking at my live stream right now. It looks like there's a bit of a delay, but hopefully it's able to fix itself. I closed out some tabs to be able to help that process. But man, oh man. What a disappointing opener. Now, the good thing is, I've been starving. I've been hungry for some NFL football, so anything that I could get, I was going to take, and I'm absolutely going to take this game today because it's some semblance of real live NFL football. But it was yet another disappointing NFL football game, the last of which we saw in Super Bowl 53 that ended 14-3. I didn't think we could get much worse than that, and yet somehow tonight we did, as we have a 10-3 game here by the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. But I'm still ultimately happy because it's football, and I'm just happy to have football once again. Again, I will be live for a lot of games. Mostly, I'll do a lot of Sunday night football games, actually. Some Thursdays, some Mondays, but I'll be live following these games and making live game recaps, and also for Tennessee Titans games on Sunday afternoons, as well as they have no primetime games except for Week 3 Thursday night football. So go ahead and look forward to that. Where should we start? First of all, I am the crazy guy, right? I'm the crazy guy who has the Detroit Lions winning this division, winning the NFC North. I'm the crazy guy. And look, we're not going to, take too much from week one. It's just week one. We have a long way to go. Let's calm down before we make too many conclusions from week one. These do not look like two good football teams out there today. Now, they look like they have some pretty strong units defensively, both of them. The Bears' defense looks absolutely fantastic. They were absolutely swarming Aaron Rodgers, but their offense looks severely limited. The Packers' defense, the same story. Less swarming, less scary, but still very strong today. And their offense, better than the Bears, but today still bad. Which one shall we tackle first? Let's start with the fun one. And the fun one would be the Chicago Bears, who absolutely crapped the bed tonight. I mean, it was absolutely ridiculous in their home opener tonight. And again, it's just week one. But we have some concerns about quarterback Mitchell Trubisky. And let me go on the record, although I'm already on the record, but let me remind you of the record. I had Mitchell Trubisky, number one, in that 2017 NFL draft in terms of quarterback rankings. Now, Patrick Mahomes was number two, and he was only 1 point lower. Okay, so I thought they were very close. I was high on Patrick Mahomes. I was just a little higher on my boy here, Mitchell Trubisky. And I was not high at all on Deshaun Watson. I had Deshaun Kaiser over him. So, those rankings were awful. But look, I've liked Mitchell Trubisky since coming out of college. But I'm starting to think, man, he just ain't it, man. Like, the Bears defense just keeps dragging him, and it's getting ridiculous. Today was elementary quarterback play by Mitchell Trubisky. I mean, it was elementary level. It was bad for Mitchell Trubisky, and it got worse as the game went on. Like, initially, a lot of the incompletions were because, there was tight coverage by the Green Bay Packers. I will forgive you. He was a little late on some throws that I was willing to forgive. But then he started throwing near interceptions. He should have had at least 3 interceptions tonight. Okay, on top of the one that he did have. Could have had at least 2 more. Should have had at least 2 or maybe even 3 more, but I'll say 2 more for sure. He was missing throws. He wasn't reading the field well at all. Missing wide open wide receivers. Look, Allen Robinson today showed you he still somehow had 7 receptions, 102 yards. He's a beast. He's a stud. He's back at his all-star Pro Bowl caliber level, and maybe even looking like an all-pro today. I mean, he was catching balls underneath, getting extra yards after the catch. He was coming down with 50-50 balls, doing everything he could to drag Mitchell Trubisky. This Bears defense was doing everything they could to drag Mitchell Trubisky. This was the same story against the Philadelphia Eagles in the I want to say wild card round. And look, I know he played okay. I'm not gonna say he played bad that game, but the Bears put up 15 points, and you gotta score more than 15 points if you want to win in this league. I mean, today, it would have beat both teams, but if you really want to win consistently in this league, you have to score more than 15 points. And speaking of 15 points, the Bears also scored 15 points in their signature win last year against the LA Rams. 15-6 that game was. Again, the Bears defense dragging Mitchell Trubisky along the way, holding his hand, dragging him there. Now, look, I am a fan of a team. Okay, I actually have some experience with this. I have experience with the Tennessee Titans the past 2 seasons of a Tennessee Titans team that's had a good defense, not great defense like the Bears, but it's had a good defense, a defense that keeps our offense in games. And I am a Marcus Mariota apologist, and one of the reasons I am is because while the defense keeps it close, I know in the fourth quarter, he's got us. He led us to the playoffs in that signature game against the Jacksonville Jaguars to win us that game. He beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. The defense will keep us close, and then Marcus Mariota will push us over the top. But with the Bears, if the defense doesn't do it all, they're done. They're finished. And then I was just curious. The Bears went 12-4 last year. Very great record. How many game-winning drives did Mitchell Trubisky have last year? How many fourth-quarter comebacks? 1 fourth-quarter comeback and 2 game-winning drives. And if you're a quarterback who's just always obliterating teams, then it's excusable. Like, let's say Tom Brady, last year he probably still had more game-winning drives than that. But at Tom Brady's best, 2007, he probably didn't have more than, 2 fourth-quarter comebacks because the team was so dominant. But we're talking about a Bears team here that, beat the Rams 15-6. Beat some teams, very low scoring. And Trubisky had a great game last year, 6 touchdowns against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fantastic. In only, I want to say, about 20 completions. So the Bears just kept going down the field. The Bears defense kept creating turnovers. They were in the red zone. Trubisky can throw a red zone touchdown can throw a red zone touchdown if the play call is good enough. He can do that. And you look at Trubisky today. When was he having success? He was having success at the end of the game, last minute drive, no huddle. Literally, they kept running 5-yard hitches. 5-yard hitches and curls all over the field. Okay? Every single time, at least 3 receivers are open. It's not hard to move the ball well in that scenario circumstance. But when he had to sit in the pocket, move in the pocket, look downfield, be able to anticipate throws, being able to anticipate when his wide receivers are going to break and come open. And at first I was thinking, I've never been that high on Taylor Gabriel and Anthony Miller. People keep talking about him, but I don't really see anything. Maybe the wide receivers just aren't good enough. But then I see Taylor Gabriel making some plays, almost coming down with a sideline catch. And I'm like, okay, so we had the Bears defense dragging him last year to that 15-6 victory against the LA Rams. Again, dragging him in that Philadelphia Eagles matchup. And, you could say he led them down the field and he got in field goal position. But again, if you're only scoring 15 points, even if they scored that field goal, 18 points at home, you can't expect to win. If you win, congratulations, you got lucky. If you want to win in this league consistently, we're facing the LA Rams and the New Orleans Saints and the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. If you're not scoring 24 or more at home, then you don't deserve to win the football game. That's just the truth of the situation. That's the truth of the matter, even with this great Bears defense. Today, missing throws, not reading the field well, and the final interception, which was god-awful. I mean, it was awful. You just threw the ball up there, and I had some people, I read some people saying, well, he threw the ball deep down to, I want to say it was Taylor Gabriel, and then, Gabriel had the push-off pass interference, and, if he didn't have that pass interference, it would have been fine. First of all, that ball was underthrown. If Gabriel doesn't push on that guy, it might be an interception, but I think at the very least it's a pass defended. And, also some other plays. Yeah, there are a lot of holding plays. The Bears' offensive line was not great today. The running game was not there today. But if you saw the game, Trubisky missed too many throws, could not read the field well. He was awful. And the clock has now begun. I don't think he should last past this year if this continues. I mean, I really don't. I really think they should look to move on. I think you could get Jameis Winston, and look, people are off Jameis Winston, and, that's fine. I think Jameis Winston would do better in this offense. We'll see. Phillip Rivers, last I checked, he hasn't been extended yet. He's an upcoming free agent. I need to check the other ones. Brady just got extended. Breeze, I doubt he'll leave New Orleans, but Breeze is an upcoming free agent, and my boy Marcus Mariota, I think they'd all win games with this roster. Winston would be annoying because he would throw interceptions and he might lose you games, but at least, you're just not going to see this because this was elementary quarterback play by Mitchell Trubisky. It was bad, and he's on the clock. This just cannot continue. Andy Dalton can do this. Can do better than this. Without a doubt, Andy Dalton's better than this. What we saw today. Andy Dalton's better than that. 100%. Oh, it's not even... Andy Dalton at his best was an MVP candidate. Mr. Trubisky, no damn MVP candidate. Take out that 6 touchdown game against Tampa Bay last year. 18-12. That's what he has. First season, 7-7. Touchdown interception ratio. With Matt Nagy, this offensive quote-unquote genius, which, by the way, I'm also questioning more and more because I didn't love the play calling today, but I'm blaming the quarterback today. That's who I'm blaming. 80% of the blame on Mr. Trubisky today. Maybe more. Maybe 90. Other blame to me goes on the running backs in the running game, the offensive line. It wasn't great. The offensive line definitely could have played better. So I will give Trubisky that. And I told Bears fans in my season preview, and again, it's week 1. So I'm not going to say, we're going to see this for the entire season. They're going to score more than 3 points. They're going to be better than they were today. So let me be clear on that. But this Bears offensive line with Charles Leno Jr. at left tackle, Bobby Massey at right tackle, y'all really think that's going to hold up? Like, y'all were pretty good last year with them. But Bobby Massey's been a mediocre right tackle in this league for a while. And Charles Leno Jr., definitely not one of the better left tackles in the league. Had a good year last year, but just not a guy that, was drafted very highly in this league and you're convinced is going to be around long term. And then, Kyle Long, he's getting older in the tooth. I love Whitehair. I do love Cody Whitehair. And then I can't remember the other one who's starting right now on the Bears offensive line. But I think that's someone that I'm not 100% on. But I'm not going to say it because I can't remember the other starting offensive line. So, offensive line not really holding up. And then look at the running backs right now. Look, everyone was talking about David Montgomery. And, people were talking about how he broke some tackles today. Where did he go? He didn't go anywhere. Yeah, it's cute to break tackles at the line of scrimmage. You got to go somewhere. I thought he was slow in hitting holes. I thought he could have hit holes faster. I thought he was too worried about breaking tackles at the line of scrimmage instead of moving down the football field. I don't know why Tariq Cohen didn't get the ball today in terms of the run game. This is a guy that averaged 4.5 yards per carry last season, and I want to say even averaged more than that his rookie season. He should have got the ball more in the run game. Mike Davis, I don't know why they're in love with this guy. He looks fat. He looks like, he has some nice receptions, but I don't know why, and he's never been anything in this league. So I don't know why they're in love with Mike Davis. I would have given Tariq Cohen way more carries. In fact, I think he actually might, until David Montgomery's ready, I think he should lead this backfield in terms of carries, without a doubt. So, the Bears were a disaster today offensively. The defense looks great. There are some good things. The defense looks fantastic. Leonard Floyd, 2 sacks today, looks at his best. So we can't, wait to see more of Leonard Floyd. Let's see more great play from Leonard Floyd. Khalil Mack didn't do much today, but he had a great impact, early, and then he kind of faded late. But I'm sure he was getting double teamed, and I even saw him specifically getting double teamed on some plays, so that's fine. You also look at Kyle Fuller and the cornerbacks. They did fine. They had some mistakes, like you wish Prince Amukamara didn't give up that 47-yard reception to Marquez Valdez-Scantling, but I think that was just a great play and great pass by Aaron Rodgers, who, again, we're going to get to the Packers in a moment. So I'm not really going to, harp on Prince Amukamara too much. I'm not going to harp on the defense at all. I mean, look, literally, you allowed 10 points today at home. You should have won the game. That's just it. As a defense, if you allow 10 points at home, you should win the game. You should win the game. You put your offense in more than enough position to win the game. The offense let this team down. The offense takes 100% of the blame. And from that offense, 80% on Mitchell Trubisky. And I'll give 19% Actually, I'll give 15% to the offensive line, and then I'll give 5% to the running backs. I don't think we're very impressive at all today. I didn't see it. But the Lions, they didn't have great blocking. Okay, so that's why they're only getting 5. I could easily give them more, but that's it. And then Nagy also probably deserves a percentage. So let me cut Mr. Trubisky down from 80 to 70, give Nagy 10. But I think it's Trubisky. I mean, I think Trubisky was awful today. He's on the clock. I mean, he's on the clock. And people think, and I don't want to, talk about my own quarterback too much, but I mean, literally, we as Tennessee Titans fans, we never sit through an entire game like, wow, our quarterback is really bad. I know that's what y'all think. I know y'all just look at Marcus Mariota's stats and you think, wow, he sucks. But we as Titans fans never sit through an entire game like, wow, Marcus Mariota's just not getting it done. We need to move on from this guy. He's just not it, man. Oh my God, he stinks. No, we're like, man, these wide receivers can't catch, offensive line can't block, because those are way more true than Marcus Mariota let us down. I mean, that is rare. Maybe one game a year I can look at Marcus Mariota and say he let us down. Trubisky is too many games now. It's just getting ridiculous. Where I just look at it and I was like, okay, this is too sad. I can't watch this. So with that, so we move on to the Green Bay Packers. Then we'll move on to the chat. Then we'll get out of here. Green Bay Packers. Look, a lot of Packer fans are mad because I have them missing the playoffs, because I have them going 8-8. And congratulations, you won today. Okay, you won today. I'm not changing my stance at all. Not one lick. In fact, if anything, I like it even more. Matt LaFleur, who I know very well, he was offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans all of last year. He stinks. He stinks. This is a guy that got Aaron Rodgers sacked by a great Bears defense 5 times today, and it would have been 6 if they didn't call at the holding penalty. No, actually an illegal contact penalty on Kyle Fuller. Okay, so it would have been 6 sacks. Rodgers was on the ground at least 9 times today. Okay, probably over 10 times today. This is a guy that puts his quarterback in jeopardy because he doesn't know how to protect his quarterback. His offensive line protections are god-awful. You look at his running game. He doesn't know how to establish a running game to save his life. It took him 15 weeks, probably at least 13 weeks in Tennessee to finally realize he should probably run Derrick Henry, the former Heisman winner. And the quarterback play and the passing game, just has no consistency, no rhyme or rhythm. One play, they're trying to do quick outs to, Devontae Adams, and then they're going to do play action, and then Rodgers is going to sit back and then just hurl it for no reason. What kind of offense is this? I mean, Matt LaFleur, I'm telling you right now, he just stinks. He's not ready for this. His time management at the end of the game, I don't know why he threw it on second down and then ran it on third. If anyone can explain that to me, I'd love to hear it. If you're going to throw it on second, throw it on third. Because at that point, the one more timeout don't matter. Go ahead and try to end the game then. If you don't want to do that, then just run it on all 3 downs. Don't throw it on second and run it on third. What kind of nonsense is that? And I don't know why you threw it at all. I mean, on that second down, it just doesn't make any sense. You got 5 yards and a strong 5 yards on first down. You run it again there. And I know they won the game, and I know it doesn't matter. It didn't matter in this game when you face Mitchell Trubisky. It's going to matter in the next game when you face the Dallas Cowboys. It's going to matter in the next game when you face, I don't know if they're on your schedule. I'm just going to throw out the team name. The LA Rams, the New Orleans Saints. But I know definitely the Minnesota Vikings. It's going to hurt that game. Okay? It's going to hurt that game. So go ahead and do it now, but it's going to hurt then. His challenges today, I don't know why he challenged the pass interference goal. He won the second one. Good for him. And also there are too many delay of games, too many, timeouts having to be taken to avoid delay of games. It was ugly. It was nasty. He's not ready. There was nothing last year from the Tennessee Titans that showed you Matt LaFleur was ready to be head coach in this league. Nothing. And they hired him anyway. I don't understand it. I think it's a disaster waiting to happen, and I think we saw glimpses of it today. Now, you're going to be satiated because you won the game. But I see more troubles ahead for this offense. I think we're just getting started. And with these inexperienced wide receivers, Devontae Adams wasn't able to get involved today. Again, this was a great Bears defense, so I know the Packers do better than this moving forward, but they should have scored more than 10. And it was ugly. You saw the delay games. You saw it. If you didn't see it, let me tell you about it. delay games, near delay of games, timeouts to avoid delay games. The offense takes forever. The audibles take too long to come in. The offensive line protections were awful. Rodgers got sacked 5 times. He can't survive an entire season getting hit like this. I don't have faith in Matt LaFleur. The defense looks good. It looks better than I thought it would, although you guys are facing Mitchell Trubisky in this Bears offense. But, Zadarius Smith looks strong. A sack for him. Preston Smith, a sack and a half for him. So, hey, those nice 2 additions right there to your outside linebacking core, right now coming along just fine. Jair Alexander was able to do his thing in terms of the secondary. Adrian Amos coming down and being strong in the run game. Darnell Savage was very strong today. So there's a lot to like right now about the Packers defense. Offense, and the question is, maybe it was just the Bears defense, right? Maybe it was. So we'll see. I will grant you that, right? This is a Bears defense that limited the LA Rams to 6 points last year and, limited some other teams as well. So I will hold off on final judgment there. But just know, this is why I made my prediction. Because I just don't have faith in Matt LaFleur. I don't think he was ready. And even with Aaron freaking Rodgers, I don't think they're going to win enough games. I don't think they've taken enough of a step offensively. The running backs aren't good. Aaron Jones, first of all, we'll see if he can even stay healthy. But, today he didn't really make much of an impact. The wide receivers outside of Davante Adams are inexperienced and unproven. The tight ends are old. And Jimmy Graham had his touchdown today, but they're old. Very old. Old news, Jimmy Graham and Mercedes Lewis. So, we'll see, okay? We'll see for sure, but, it was a nice win. You're 1-0, and that's a good feeling to have. And that's probably not a feeling that I'll have by the end of the week because I don't have my team winning this week. So, that's it for the game. Let's move to the chat, and then we'll get out of here soon enough. So if you have any questions in the chat, say them now. I'll look back at the very beginning to see if there's any comments that I want to address. And yeah, I don't know why this was the opener. I said it in my predictions video, which you should check out if you haven't already. I don't know why this was the opener. Like the 100th anniversary, it was all cute. They kept showing, your mom's, grandmother, your great grandmother, looked like George Washington up there at the booth. They kept showing her. I don't know why. They kept saying what correlation she had with the Bears. I didn't care. I was just like, why is this old grandma here? So whatever. I was not into it. A lot of people in the chat agreeing that Mitchell Trubisky was awful. Hey, Ethereal Eagle says he put $300 on the Lions at plus 1,000 to win the North. Hey, plus 1,000. I might need to jump on those odds. I'm telling y'all, I'm sticking by this prediction. The Lions would have won tonight against the Bears. I don't know about against the Packers. That would have been a different game. But, hey, now I know for sure that I know this now. The Lions, and I thought this anyway, the Lions' offensive line, they can have success against this Packers offensive line and the Bears offensive line. That Packers D-line is going to cause, that Lions D-line is going to cause problems in this division where these offensive lines are having their problems. All right. John Smith says Packers D was 17th last season. They won't be a top 10 this year. I don't know. It'll be close. I mean, they're improved. So, I don't know about that. They might be a top 10 defense. I think they improved from 17th. I just don't think the offense is going anywhere. That's why I'm just low on the Packers. Even with Aaron Rodgers, they had Rodgers tonight put up 10 points, one drive. Maybe a drive and a half, that's where they got the field goal. Okay, what else do we have here? Let's see. Yeah, DeMarcus Allison saying Bears actually want to lose. I don't know about that, but let me tell you, if they stick with Trubisky for too long, it'll look more and more like that. Let's see. I think I'm not getting all of the... Yeah, I was at Top Chat. I wasn't getting all of the comments. Now I'm actually getting all of the comments. Lil Dex says that Mr. Trubisky is a puppet just like Goff. Look, I've seen Goff make some incredible throws. I've seen him be... more consistent than Trubisky for sure. However, Goff has had his duds for sure against the Chicago Bears last season and in the Super Bowl. And and also thinking about my quarterback, has Mariota even? Well, okay, never mind. We got shut out by the Baltimore Ravens last year, but obviously he got sacked 11 times in that game. No one was blaming Mariota for that. Okay. Blackjack 1414 says Colin Kaepernick over Trubisky. Maybe in the past. But, Colin Kaepernick hasn't played football in too many years now. his arm is probably dead, and he's gone vegan for like in no amount of years at this point. So definitely can't comprehend that. And one thing I forgot to mention, we did miss Trey Burton today. Don't think he would have made much of a difference. But the Bears' backup tight ends are awful. Adam Shaheen is a bust. And I don't know who this 84, I think was Cordell Patterson. He looked like a tight end out there at times. They're putting him at like H-back and some other crazy stuff. And then Ben Broniker, or whatever his name is. I don't know who this guy is. Bears fans keep hyping him up. I don't know why. He did do nothing out there today. What else do we have? Z Gonzalez on Saldi says Nathan Peterman over Mitch Trubisky. And this is going to be hard for me, but I'll do my best. Rostislav Shororek says Blaine Gabbert over Mitchell Trubisky. So a lot of Mitchell Trubisky hate tonight, but I gotta say it's deservedly so. And Cinnamon Man also says poo poo and pee pee over Mitchell Trubisky. So a lot of hate from Mitchell Trubisky out there. So, and also funny thing was they had Mitchell Trubisky Madden rating so low. Like it was ridiculously low. A lot of Bears fans were upset about that. He got validated today. Or no, I mean Madden got validated today. He might be going down after this one too. Lil Dex says Trubisky's on Dak's level. No. The one point to that is when Zeke and Tyron Smith missed significant time in that was 2 years ago now. In 2017, at times Dak really struggled. Before they got Amari Cooper last year, Dak really struggled. But I don't think I've seen Dak be this bad. I don't think that they're far apart. I'll say that. But I got to put Dak over Trubisky right now. And he has more of a winning mentality. Trubisky, again, he didn't have many fourth quarter comebacks, didn't have many game-winning drives. Played at UNC. Is this guy a winning quarterback? Like, I know they went 12-4 last year. I know. But in terms of the fourth quarter, in terms of overtime, is this guy a winning quarterback? Again, he led his team down the field last year in the playoffs. But I don't know if Trubisky has that clutch gene. Dak definitely does. I'm really starting to worry about Trubisky and his clutch gene, man. I haven't seen it, and there hasn't been enough evidence of it. Let's see. What else do we have here? Should Khalil Mack play a quarterback? If it comes down to it, then perhaps. And then just a couple more, and then we'll get out of here because I don't want these to be too long. Oh, and a theory Eagle, this is a great question. Do you think the Bears missed Jordan Howard tonight? Yeah. And, I didn't really understand why they got rid of him. Apparently a lot of it had to do with Matt Nagy wanted a running back that could catch well out of the backfield. Okay. A lot of people drafted David Montgomery high in fantasy drafts because they thought he was going to do well, and maybe he will. This is only week one, but they have this study of the most broken tackles last year in college. Okay. I didn't see anything today. I saw nothing. Literally nothing. No spark, nothing. You were just doing a lot of stuff at the line of scrimmage. You could put me out there at the line of scrimmage before I even, get to the line of scrimmage. I would just do like this, and I won't go anywhere. That's all I saw today from this guy. The holes weren't there on the offensive line. The blocking wasn't great, but, I just didn't see anything. Come on. Z Gonzalez on Saudi as who's your MVP pick for this season. I'm actually going to have an award video hopefully tomorrow. I think I'm going to go live and just do a quick award prediction video. And it has nothing to do with this game. I don't have anyone in either one of these teams winning anything, so don't worry about that. I'd consider Khalil Mack, but I wasn't going to pick him anyway, so don't worry. That's not going to be affected by this game anyway. And let's do just a couple more. By the way, thank you, John Smith. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Check out my week one picks and predictions if you haven't already. Also, check out my win-loss predictions. Also, check out my playoff predictions if you haven't checked out any one of those videos. So, JJ asked one more question, and then we will get out of here. How do you think Mitchell will perform this season going further? Also, how does this affect their season? So we'll end with this. Okay, I really think we're nearing. I don't think we're at. If I was the head coach of the GM of this team, we're at a crossroads with Mr. Trubisky right now, actually. Not because of this game, but because of what I saw last season. He still had 12 interceptions, could have easily had more. And today had one interception, should have easily had more. I think they should be at a crossroads with him. I think he will perform better than he did. Will it even? Yeah, he'll be on average. He'll be better than he was today. Okay, on average. But I do believe he will find himself near the ringer or near the end of the league in terms of passer rating. And let me check real quick. What were my season projections, stat projections for Mitchell Trubisky? And they weren't great. I had him having around what he had last year, and actually a little worse. Now let me just confirm that. I don't want to talk completely out of my butt here, but I'm pretty sure that's actually what I had. And yeah, I had Mitchell Trubisky scheduled for 3,600 passing yards, 22 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. That is three less. No, that's two less touchdowns than he had last year, and one less interception. I think it's going to be about there. Maybe more interceptions. Just based off this game alone. And we'll see. But I think he'll be passable enough to get one more year, one more make or break year. I think he'll break, and I just think he just doesn't have it. I mean, I think it's sad, but I think that's the case. I mean, just honestly, and I'll ask the chat this, just really ask yourself and think back, because it's easy to look at Andy Dalton now and we're just over Andy Dalton. But with everything you've seen of Andy Dalton, and just really think about Andy Dalton, Andy Dalton in his career, better than Mitchell Trubisky. Let's just call it what it is, dude. No way. I mean, I don't even know how close it is. Andy Dalton... The big thing about Andy Dalton, he just has so many laughable plays, like when he fumbled on his own against the LA Chargers. They never won a playoff game, so they were 0-4 in that playoff run when they made the playoffs for 4 straight years. So Dalton has definitely had his bad moments, and those moments hold him back. But I think Dalton's better than Mitchell Trubisky, and Dalton's on his last legs. So we can either, just continue down this road, make him more of an Andy Dalton, or we can get out ahead of this and we can fix this before it becomes more of a problem, because the money that's being given out in this league these days is a different story. And I hope he performs better. He might, but we'll see. And someone said right in the chat, Rainman 11 says Bears need to feed David Montgomery more. Yeah, I don't know why they only ran it 15 times tonight. I know the offensive line wasn't doing a great job run blocking, but when you look at 45 or 46 passing attempts by Trubisky to only 15 rushing attempts, is ridiculous. You're not going to win games like that in this league. And not with, Trubisky at the helm. So definitely got to run the ball more. And look, I'm not going to change my season prediction for either one of these teams. Guys, it's week one. And a lot of times week one is not indicative of the season at all. Okay, there are teams like last year, the Colts started 0-2 and the Texans started 0-3. Texans finished 11-5. Colts finished 10-6. You can't go off of week one. And I want to say even the Giants beat the Texans in week 3 last year. What did that mean? Nothing. It means literally nothing. However, the one thing that I do, the reason why I am talking, so much about this and why I am buying into this is just because it kind of reinforces what I thought about both of these teams in the preseason. I don't think the Packers offense will be good enough under Matt LaFleur. I think the Bears offense takes a step back, and as a result, both of these teams are worse than a lot of people have them right now. Bears 9-7, Packers 8-8. After today, I'm sticking with that, and we'll see what's going to happen moving forward. There's no way the Bears offense will be this bad moving forward, at least consistently. And then also the Packers offense as well. So it just determines, how the rest of the season shakes out. But hey, even though it was an awful game, thank you all for joining me for this post-game recap. And yes, the NFL is back, so let's just try to wait for Sunday and pick off the good games that we can. If you're a college football fan, sit back and enjoy your Saturday college football affairs. Again, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be back probably tomorrow for some live award predictions, and then that should be it before Sunday and when I do my Titans recap, and then maybe a Sunday Night Football game recap. Until next time, this has been NJ of Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. See you all later.